This is Pennsylvania's 7th Congressional District from 2012. It looks weird, doesn't it? Maybe it looks a little bit like a cartoon character kicking something. There's a reason for that. This district has been gerrymandered. Gerrymandering is the dividing of a state, county, etc. into election districts so as to give one political party a majority in many districts, while concentrating the voting strength of the other party into as few districts as possible. The people who drew Pennsylvania's districts did so in order to maintain power over the state legislature, even if the majority of the voters in Pennsylvania don't approve of the job they're doing. This is what the whole map looked like prior to the intervention of the state Supreme Court. You can see the 7th district down in the lower right-hand corner. Now look at this version of Pennsylvania's districts. Do they look more sensible? Do they look like they follow the natural geography a little better? Hi, my name is Christopher Pond, and I'm a digital cartographer and computer programmer from San Francisco, California. A few years ago, I started thinking there might be a way to draw district boundaries in a different way, to use the natural boundaries of the landscape to decide how to organize people, instead of trying to force artificial lines onto the landscape. The lines I decided to use are watershed boundaries. I took a look at some map data I found online. I started coding, and it worked. I was able to use data from the U.S. Geological Survey and the U.S. Census to create districts completely automatically, using only lines found in nature. A watershed is an area of land that drains all the streams and rainfall to a common outlet. There are thousands and thousands of them on Earth, all connected to one another. I'm going to take you through the process I used to turn watershed boundaries into districts of roughly equivalent population. The first thing we have to do is identify the smallest watershed which still has enough people in it to make a full district. As an example, I have chosen the San Fernando Valley in Southern California. This region in red contains around 1.6 million people, and our target is 702,905 people. All the smaller watersheds within this watershed have fewer people, so this is the first place we start. This is the exit point for the watershed. All the rivers within it drain to this point. Our first step is finding the farthest census block within this watershed from the drainage point. That would be this census block right here. We add more and more neighbors to the census block and keep track of the population as we do so. When we get to the target population, we stop. This is the new district. That advancing edge always points toward the drainage area, and if you were to take a t-square to it, it should be exactly centered. Now all we have to do is repeat the process until the whole map is finished. Not having any human interaction at all means no one can gerrymander the process to their own advantage, and people who share the same water resources would share the same elected representation, which makes sense. I've been working on this project for 4 years now, and when I started it was more of a curiosity. I never really expected to be able to get it to work, but now I think it actually might. So far I've been financing the entire thing myself, and I really can't keep doing that, so I've started a GoFundMe to see if I could find sponsors. I'll link to the GoFundMe account and the source code in the description. I still have a lot more I'd like to do. I'd like to make the watersheds more detailed with some of the river geometries that the USGS has, and I also have some ideas about better ways to connect watersheds which are split up by state boundaries. Perhaps most importantly, I'm hoping to generate some interest in the project. If state representatives don't even know it's an option, they're obviously not going to do it. If you can't spare the money but you think it's a good idea, I'd appreciate it if you contacted your representative and pointed him or her my way. Thanks for your attention, and please feel free to shoot me any questions you might have about how the process works.